how you get all these treasure bags in the in in a in a Journey world, because in Journey you can't, it's Journey, so there aren't any bags, and bags are only in Master Mode when you defeat bosses. So here, I'll show you. I'm gonna grab my stuff from this chest over here. Get rid of that first of all. So, yeah, a lot of people have been asking me how you actually do that, how you actually make all of those things. And it's actually not that hard. It's not hard whatsoever, because um, there are many settings for the Journey World cheating. So you've got freeze time, you can change all the time, you've got the weather, and then you've got powers. So in powers you have the difficulty mode, and the difficulty mode does actually affect drops. Here, I'll show you. If I grab the mech boss, there it is. If I grab the mech bosses, and I'm going to use the journey settings to change it to midnight, and I spawn in the mech bosses, as you can see, when I kill them, they don't drop anything. They don't drop any of the bags, as you can see. They only drop trophies, masks, and their um, souls. So so the reason why is because you would be in the journey. I don't know how I don't have Retinosa trophy. So anyway, the reason. Oh my gosh. So the reason why you don't get the treasure bags is because you're not in master mode. If I change the difficulty up to master, you'll notice this. When I spawn them all again, when I spawn them all again, I do get the bags. I get all of the treasure bags. And is the treasure bag down there? Okay, good. So then, once you have these treasure bags, you can also, how do I not add the Stereo from Prime relic? So you also do get the relics, which is a bit massive show off because they are only in master mode. Now, after getting the treasure bags, you can simply just unlock them. I left the Skeletron Prime bag so I can show you. So look, once I research them, and look, they should all come up. All of your defeated bosses and them, and then you can just grab as many as you want, and you can keep opening them. So, but if you're at a low level stage and you don't really want to fight them in master mode, that is completely fun, because again, you get so much stuff from it that you can just instantly get, and it's quite powerful. So for this works for every single boss that is a boss. So it doesn't work for ones that aren't bosses, that are mini bosses. It does not work for them. So here we go. If you do not want to fight them at a master mode difficulty, there is a way to stop that. As you can see, it did take me a bit of time to actually defeat those bosses, but if I do spawn them back in, right, see how they will get killed easily. But while they're still, if you change the difficulty before they spawn, they'll be set to that difficulty. But changing the difficulty while bosses are in doesn't change how strong they are. It just changes their drop rate. So as you can see, I can easily defeat them at the same speed as I would, but I still get all of the treasure bags. So it's a very simple way to get the bags, and it means you will have very good drops, and you will have extremely powerful weapons that you can show off to your friends in your Journey World. So, as I said, it does affect all of your all bosses that are actually bosses. So, if I were to, sorry, I was farming lunatic cultist bags. So that's one. And so this means that when I go to the ocean, let's say I'm gonna fight Duke Fishron, right? I'm gonna fight him, but I'm going to get the bags, and the bags allow me to get master mode items, or even Cthulhu, right? You get the Shield of Cthulhu, which is it's quite a powerful weapon, and quite a powerful accessory, especially if you're in early stages where you can still fight the boss at the same level as you would normally, except you get it an easier like way of doing it just because just because you change it after. So this all does mean that you can get it means you can get all of the bags easily by not doing much and not putting in much work. So here, before I grab him, so I always forget this difficulty. If I change it back to journey, right? And I fish out Duke Fishron. I'm gonna just use Zenith actually. That's probably fastest. So it is quite a hard boss if you're not at a high level. But you see, I only get the tsunami, which is good, but maybe I wanted something else. Maybe I wanted the wings. And I don't really, I feel like I wouldn't want to keep doing this. I wouldn't want to go, okay, okay, now I'm going to fight it again. Do I get the wings? Do I get the wings? Oh, no, I don't. And so, I don't, that would be boring. You don't want to be keeping on trying. So, to get it easily, you only need to fight it 3 times. Look, I'm going to fish him up. Fish him up. I'm going to change the difficulty to master. He's already been spawned, so he's at the same level as he would in journey. I'm going to defeat him. Defeat him. And I get the treasure bags and the relic. I open the treasure bag, and if it's unlocked, I go back and I grab myself as many Duke Fishron treasure bags as I want, and I keep going until I get them. And always, if your inventory fills up with random stuff that you don't want, you can delete them, because you'll get them regardless of what happens, because you just open more treasure bags. And this is my strategy. I just keep, I get the stuff, and then I go through and I clean my inventory out, and I go again. Oh, and look at that, I got the wings. And you can unlock the wings, or you can put them on, and it means you can. So this does work for all the bosses, including Wall of Flesh, and it just makes life so much easier when getting, like, when defeating bosses, because you can get much higher loot. So I'm going to spawn, I'm gonna quickly spawn, where's, there, I'm gonna spawn Eye of Cthulhu right now, and I've got high weapons and I can defeat all of the bosses in hard mode, so I'm gonna keep it at hard mode. Look, defeat it, and I'm gonna open a bag, and I get the Guarding Shield of Cthulhu. And the Shield of Cthulhu is quite good, simply because the thing that it can do is you can do a little dash forward, which does inflict damage. And if you're starting out and you don't have a good weapon, even though it does 30 damage, it is a shield, and it does help you out significantly. I'll see if I can find a mob that my pets don't kill. Here, if I'm in a big thing, see, I just did damage and I bounce off them, and I can keep doing it until they're dead while attacking them with my weapon. And you can do it with all of them. The scarf that you get from, the actual scarf that you can get from, So yes, I just got a pet that I didn't have, which I'm surprised about. So and it does mean if you can get so many cool things, and that's the way to do it, and it's quite simple. And it doesn't need that much effort to do and to complete. So that's my guide. Please subscribe. So put in the comments what next thing I should do, tips and guides for how to craft, how to beat, and how to do things in your journey or other mode worlds. Thanks for watching, and consider liking and subscribing, and I hope to see you on another video. See ya.